Chosen ones, even the darkest forces know your name, and they tread carefully around it. They thought they could bury you, drown you in their chaos and snuff out your flame. But oh, how wrong they were. Now, they bow in silence, unable to look directly at the light you carry. It blinds them, burns them, humbles them. You didn't just rise, you transcended. You shattered every chain, broke every curse, and now you walk with a force that even the darkest shadows can't touch. The spiritual realm knows power when it's real. Demons, shadows, adversarial forces, they've studied you, marked your rise, and now they tread carefully. Why? Because your frequency is no longer something they can manipulate or contain. It's untouchable, fortified by the strength you've cultivated through pain, through endurance, through unrelenting faith in your purpose. They recognize what you've become, a vessel of authority, a force of creation, a testament to divine will. And when you move, they scatter, not because you're louder, but because your very presence silences their schemes. You are no stranger to battles, yet now you stand as a force that even adversaries fear to challenge. Like Archangel Michael, whose might was revered even by the fallen, your strength is undeniable. Your rise has been a transformation so profound that it echoes in realms seen and unseen. The battles you endured weren't just struggles. They were the forging of divine authority within you. Now, like Michael with his unyielding sword, you carry an energy that demands respect, not by words but by the sheer power of your presence. In daily life, it's evident. Those who once plotted against you now tread carefully, as though sensing an invisible barrier they cannot cross. The sharp looks and whispered betrayals have shifted to silent avoidance. It's not luck or coincidence. It's the aura of someone untouchable, protected by unseen forces. Your very existence exudes the kind of power that both commands and enforces peace. Drop a comment. I command respect if you feel the power of your presence. You didn't reach this point by accident. Your growth was forged in fire, betrayal, spiritual attacks, and inner battles that would have destroyed anyone less committed. They threw everything at you, but instead of falling, you ascended. Every time you were struck, your resolve hardened. Every loss turned into wisdom. Every wound became a mark of your authority. Through it all, your faith stood unwavering. You refused to compromise your integrity, even when it cost you everything. That choice to remain aligned with divine truth elevated your vibration beyond their reach. Now you are untouchable. Your aura doesn't just repel negativity, it commands respect. Those forces that once sought to destroy you have no choice but to acknowledge what you've become. Spiritual laws do not bend for chaos, and neither do you. Demons know when they are outmatched. They may circle, they may whisper, but they no longer dare to touch. What they once saw as weakness they now recognize as divine strength. What they once tried to tear down, they now fear to approach. Your authority isn't just in what you say or do, it's in who you are. A sovereign soul, a force of divine will, untouchable by anything that operates in darkness. They must respect you because they have no other choice. The signs are unmistakable. You have risen to a level where even dark forces recognize your authority. This isn't speculation. It's a spiritual fact. Your energy, refined through trials and unwavering alignment with divine truth, now carries a frequency that cannot be ignored. Those forces that once sought to manipulate or diminish you have shifted their stance, not out of kindness, but out of necessity. The first sign you command respect from dark forces is when your dreams turn into battlegrounds, and you emerge victorious. These aren't random nightmares or figments of your subconscious. They are spiritual encounters where your authority is tested and proven. Dark entities that once sought to intimidate you now challenge you in dreams because they can no longer reach you in waking life. And every time they rise against you, you overpower them, not because you're untouched by fear, but because your spirit knows its strength. Dark forces don't attack where they find weakness. They test where they see strength. Your victories in these encounters are their acknowledgement of your elevated status. They no longer see you as prey. They see you as an obstacle, a force that threatens their hold. And so they try to engage you where they think you are vulnerable, in your rest, in your sleep, only to find themselves overpowered by the very essence of who you've become. The second sign you command respect from dark forces is the silence that falls in the presence of those who once opposed you. It's not just awkwardness, it's the weight of your energy, so powerful, so untouchable, that their spirits instinctively retreat. Those who plotted against you, slandered you, or tried to harm you now hesitate to even meet your gaze. They speak less, avoid confrontation, and act overly cautious, as though an invisible hand restrains them. This is not fear of what you might do, but reverence for what you have become. This silence is not just about people, it's a spiritual phenomenon. The energy you carry, fortified by your alignment with divine authority, creates an impenetrable shield that dismantles their confidence. They feel it deeply, even if they can't name it. Their unease is a sign that the forces that once empowered their actions now falter in your presence. Darkness cannot thrive where light dominates, and your light is overwhelming. The third sign you command respect from dark forces is the unmistakable shift in energy when you step into a space. It's not subtle, it's a complete recalibration of the atmosphere. The tension dissolves, the heaviness lifts, and an unexplainable clarity fills the air. This isn't coincidence or optimism. It's the undeniable reaction of unseen forces retreating in the face of your presence. Dark entities cannot exist comfortably where your energy dominates, and the spaces you enter reflect this truth. This shift is not just a feeling, it's a spiritual phenomenon. Your energy, fortified by the divine authority you embody, acts as a purifier. Every place you go, every conversation you engage in experiences the impact of your presence. Shadows that once lingered in corners flee as if repelled by an invisible force. It's not something you need to try or intend, your very essence demands it. People may not know why, but they notice it. They feel at ease when you're around, sensing that something oppressive has been removed. Those who carry hidden malice or agendas may grow uneasy, as if the light you bring exposes what they tried to keep concealed. The changes in the atmosphere are undeniable, a spiritual ripple effect caused by the elevated frequency you carry. This is how respect manifests from dark forces. They scatter, not because they are vanquished, but because they are outmatched. They know they cannot stay where your presence has taken dominion. Your energy doesn't just command spaces, it transforms them, leaving no room for chaos or deceit to linger. What you carry within you, divine alignment, unshakable truth, and spiritual sovereignty, makes it impossible for darkness to coexist in your presence. They don't just leave, they bow out. That's the level of power you wield. The Obsidian Inner Order is the ultimate sanctuary for real chosen ones, the kind who've stared down archons, shredded the matrix, and emerged untouchable. If this message found you, it's because destiny thinks you might be worthy. Don't waste the opportunity. We've got exclusive interviews with real chosen ones who've defied the odds, broken generational curses, and mastered divine timing. These aren't your average success stories. They're revelations that could rewrite your reality. Inside, you'll unlock forbidden content that's too explosive for YouTube. Our modern manifestation mechanics grimoire will show you how to transform chaos into order, turning your space into an abundance vortex while channeling universal magic. But let's talk about the real treasure, our private Discord and community chats, where over 400 of the most powerful chosen ones connect. We host weekly calls to elevate your mindset and offer chosen singles, a space to bring divine partnerships to life. But let's be clear, this isn't for posers. If you think you've got what it takes to join the #1 Ascension Nexus for chosen ones, the link to the Obsidian Inner Order is in the description. The fourth sign you command respect from dark forces is when even those who dislike you speak of your strength. They may not say it to your face, but their words, whispered in corners, reveal an undeniable truth. Your spiritual resilience cannot be ignored. They may resent your rise, envy your power, or despise your unwavering faith, yet they cannot deny what you've become. Their acknowledgement is not a compliment, it's a concession. This recognition isn't born from admiration. It's the result of watching you endure what should have broken you. They've seen the battles you've faced, the betrayals that should have left you shattered, and the opposition designed to destroy you. Yet here you are, unbroken, thriving, and more powerful than ever. Your resilience silences their criticisms and forces them to admit, even grudgingly, that you are untouchable. Spiritual strength leaves an impression on all who encounter it, including your detractors. They may not like you, but they recognize the authority you carry. They see the way situations bend in your favor, the way obstacles crumble before your persistence, and the way their own attempts to undermine you have failed time and again. Their respect for your strength is involuntary, compelled by the undeniable force of your divine alignment. This is how dark forces respect you, not with kindness, but with reluctant acknowledgement. They know their schemes are futile, their slander ineffective, and their alliances powerless against the unshakable foundation you've built. Even their words, filled with bitterness, become a testament to your strength. You command respect not because they want to give it, but because they have no choice. What they cannot break, they must bow to, and you are proof of that immutable truth. Your ascension demands respect because your energy now burns like a flame that cannot be extinguished. The spiritual mechanics behind this are unshakable, rooted in universal law. You are no longer just navigating life. You are commanding realms. The law of dominion dictates that beings aligned with divine purpose override darkness. Not by force, but by their very existence. You don't need to declare your authority. It's embedded in every step you take, every decision you make, and every breath you draw. Darkness has no choice but to yield where you stand. Your energy is no longer subtle. It's radiant, relentless, and impossible to ignore. For the lower realms, it's a warning. Stay back or be consumed. Where shadows once lingered, they now flee. Where chaos once thrived, order emerges. This isn't accidental. It's the power of divine alignment. Your purpose, forged through trials and honed through unwavering faith, has elevated you to a level where darkness can no longer function in your presence. Even those forces that used to test you now tread carefully. They feel the weight of your sovereignty, the immovable force of your will, and the protection that surrounds you. The spiritual realms recognize hierarchy, and your elevation places you above anything that operates in deception or destruction. This isn't about ego or superiority. It's about alignment with the highest laws that govern existence. The law of dominion works because light is inherently greater than darkness. Your ascension is proof of this truth. It's not just your aura that shines. It's your very essence that disrupts and dismantles anything not rooted in truth. The respect you command is not given lightly. It's earned by your growth, your resilience, and your unwavering commitment to walk in your divine purpose. Darkness doesn't challenge you anymore. It yields. Your trials didn't just test you, they transformed you. Betrayal, loneliness, and relentless spiritual battles weren't meant to break you. They were the fires that purified you. Like gold exposed to scorching heat, the impurities were burned away, leaving you stronger, brighter, and untouchable. What once felt like devastation was a divine process, stripping you of doubt, fear, and weakness to reveal the unshakable core of who you are. Every betrayal carved a deeper well of wisdom within you. Those who turned against you unknowingly sharpened your discernment, teaching you to see beyond words and actions into the intentions of the heart. Loneliness, though suffocating, was the crucible where you learned to walk with unwavering faith, even when no one stood beside you. And the battles, those unseen wars fought in silence, did not defeat you. They fortified your spirit, proving your strength and aligning you even closer with divine purpose. Now you shine with a brilliance that cannot be dimmed. Your faith, once tested, is now unmovable, a force that commands both respect and fear in the spiritual realm. The darkness that once sought to crush you now retreats, unable to withstand the light you radiate. What was meant for your destruction became the very foundation of your authority. Your strength isn't borrowed, it's earned. The pain, the isolation, the nights spent wondering if you'd ever overcome, it all served a purpose. You are not just resilient, you are victorious. Your scars tell a story of battles won, of a faith refined to perfection, of a power that cannot be denied. You walk now with divine brilliance, not because you were spared the fire, but because you endured it. And now even the shadows bow to the light that forged you. Nelson Mandela's journey stands as a powerful testament to the resilience of a chosen one. After 27 years of imprisonment, enduring immense opposition and injustice, Mandela emerged not with vengeance but with forgiveness, embodying unyielding strength and divine purpose. His ability to unite a divided nation despite the weight of betrayal and suffering showcases the transformative power of inner resolve. Mandela's leadership was not rooted in force, but in the authority forged through his trials. Like a chosen one, his endurance refined him, allowing him to command respect even from his adversaries and inspire change that echoed far beyond his lifetime. Your strength is not your own. It's fueled by divine purpose. Just as David was anointed by God to face Goliath, your journey is marked by a covenant that goes beyond human understanding. You were chosen, not for ease, but for power, refinement, and authority. Every battle you faced was not to destroy you, but to prepare you for the purpose only you could fulfill. God's hand has been upon you since the beginning, shielding you, guiding you, and empowering you to overcome forces that once seemed insurmountable. David didn't defeat Goliath with mere skill. He carried the authority of divine anointing. In the same way, your victories are not by accident but by design. That design ensures that every weapon formed against you fails. It's not your size, your resources, or your circumstances that determine your success. It's the covenant of protection and purpose you carry. Dark forces respect what they cannot overthrow, and your mission, secured by divine decree, leaves them powerless to act against you. Every trial you faced has only confirmed what was already written about you. The betrayals, the opposition, the unseen battles were tests to refine the warrior within. Like David, you were not spared the battle, but you were given the tools to win it. That's why even the most formidable forces retreat. They know they're not fighting just you. They're fighting the power of the one who stands with you. No weapon formed against you shall prosper, declares Isaiah chapter 54 verse 17. And this promise is more than words. It is your divine shield. Spoken by the prophet Isaiah, this scripture affirms God's unshakable protection over those aligned with his purpose. It guarantees that every scheme or attack designed to harm you will ultimately fail. This declaration does not promise an absence of battles but ensures victory in every one you face. Rooted in divine authority, this covenant fortifies your strength and establishes you as untouchable, empowered by God's unwavering commitment to defend and uplift his chosen ones. You are more than a conqueror, proclaims Romans chapter 8 verse 37, a divine promise that establishes your victory before the battle even begins. This declaration is not simply encouragement, it is a binding truth. You are destined to overcome because God's guidance has already paved the way. No opposition can alter what he has ordained. This promise isn't passive. It commands you to walk boldly, knowing that every step is fortified by divine power. Like Florence Nightingale, whose faith-driven mission commanded respect even in war-torn environments, you move with purpose and authority. Her unwavering belief in her calling allowed her to bring order and healing where chaos reigned. It wasn't just her skills that inspired change, but the undeniable force of divine alignment that demanded respect from soldiers and leaders alike. Her faith ensured that no barrier, no opposition, could deter her from fulfilling her destiny. God's promise to you is just as unshakable. He ensures that you are not merely enduring, you are conquering. Your path is divinely guided, making every obstacle a stepping stone and every adversary an unwilling witness to your strength. Even dark forces which once sought to block your way, now step aside in recognition of what you carry. They do not respect you out of choice but out of necessity, for they cannot withstand the power of God working through you. This is the reality of being chosen. You are not just walking through life, you are fulfilling a mission that was written long before you arrived. God's promises make you unstoppable. His guidance ensures that no weapon, no opposition, and no darkness can prevail. You are more than a conqueror, and every force, seen and unseen, must respect the authority you wield as a result of his divine covenant. Your presence is transformative, a force that cannot be ignored. Like the legendary phoenix rising from the ashes, you carry an energy that renews and reshapes everything it touches. When you enter a space, it isn't just noticed, it's felt. Chaos begins to dissolve, negativity scatters, and those in darkness sense the weight of divine authority moving through you. It's not about what you say, it's about who you are. Your spirit carries the undeniable mark of someone refined by fire and elevated by purpose. Others are drawn to your presence, not because it comforts them, but because it disrupts what is false and renews what is real. Those who seek truth find strength in you, while those with hidden intentions find themselves exposed, unable to hide in the brilliance of what you carry. This is no accident. It's the ripple effect of divine alignment. Like the phoenix, your power is born from ashes. Trials, betrayals, battles that sought to destroy you but instead fortified you. Now, wherever you go, transformation follows. Spaces feel lighter, stronger, and more alive. This is the undeniable effect of your divine purpose, forcing even the unseen to bow in recognition of the authority that flows through you. Your presence is undeniable, a force that commands reverence even from those who oppose you. Like Orpheus, whose divine gift charmed the gods of the underworld, you carry a transformative energy that reaches beyond boundaries, inspiring respect where none was expected. It isn't about charisma or words. It's the essence of divine alignment that flows through you, disrupting darkness and demanding acknowledgement. Adversarial energies do not respect weakness. They respect power. The energy you emit, refined through trials and fortified by purpose, leaves no room for denial. Even those who once sought to harm you now tread carefully, recognizing the authority that radiates from you. This is not coincidence or chance, it's the natural consequence of spiritual elevation. Orpheus moved the immovable with the purity of his gift, and so do you. Your transformative presence doesn't just alter atmospheres, it realigns them. In the face of your divine resonance, opposition falters, chaos retreats, and even unseen forces pause. What they once sought to overcome, they now revere, not out of favor but out of necessity. Your power forces even the adversarial to acknowledge the light they cannot extinguish, and the strength they cannot defeat. Your spiritual authority is not a static gift. It's a force that requires daily cultivation and unwavering focus. Ground yourself every day through deliberate practices that anchor your elevated frequency. Prayer and meditation are not just rituals. They are your lifeline to divine guidance. They align your spirit with higher truths, fortifying the shield that protects you from lower vibrations. Protection rituals like visualizing divine light enveloping you repel negativity and ensure that nothing unclean can penetrate your spiritual fortress. Invoke the wisdom of sacred traditions to amplify your power. The blessings of ancient sages, the chants of Celtic druids, or the sacred stories of protection throughout history hold transformative energy. Speak affirmations that call upon divine favor. Use sacred symbols to seal your space. And let these rituals remind you of the authority you carry. These practices don't just protect, they magnify your presence, making it untouchable to adversarial forces. Finally, align your gifts with service to others. Authority is strengthened when it uplifts those around you. Use your spiritual tools not for self-gain but for healing, guidance, and inspiration. Like divine leaders before you, your role is to illuminate paths and break chains, solidifying your authority in the spiritual and physical realms. When your power serves a higher purpose, it becomes unassailable. Darkness cannot thrive where light is intentionally shared. Every step, every choice, every action reinforces your position as a divine leader. Maintain your alignment, honor your sacred rituals, and stand rooted in service. This is how your authority not only survives but grows. When you walk in purpose, no force, seen or unseen, can diminish what has been ordained for you. You remain untouchable, unstoppable, and undeniably chosen. Chosen one, you are no longer just surviving. You are reigning in your divine light. The trials, the battles, and the scars have refined you into a force that cannot be ignored. You stand now as a testament to unyielding strength and unshakable purpose. Even the darkness, once relentless in its pursuit, now bows in acknowledgement of your growth. Your energy commands respect, not by request but by the undeniable authority you carry. Let no shadow, no voice of doubt, and no opposition dim the fire that burns within you. Stay aligned with the higher call that fuels your journey. Step boldly into your role as a spiritual leader, because the world, seen and unseen, needs the light you bring. You have been forged for a purpose greater than yourself, and your gifts are a beacon for those still lost in the dark. Speak your truth, share your victories, and inspire others to rise. This is not the time to shrink or hesitate. It's the time to lead with courage and conviction. Your story, your power, and your divine alignment are needed now more than ever. Share your journey with others and show them what it means to walk in light that even shadows cannot deny.